So we are going to start right here in the design process for this shirt. So the first thing I did is I went to my Creative Fabrica All Access account here, and I found these cute watercolor chicken clip art. So I downloaded this and I extracted the chicken that I want to use for this design. So now I'm going into Canva and I'm going to create a custom size here. And because that is a child's shirt, 8 inch by 8 inch is about perfect for that. Now, if it's a younger child, of course, you'd want to go smaller. But for this shirt, I'm going to be doing an 8 by 8 inch design. So I'm going to hit create new design here. And now I'm going to go to upload and I am going to upload that chicken that I just downloaded here. So I'll bring this in, this chicken. Here he comes right here. So that's the one I'm going to put in here. So now what I want to do is I am going to make this chicken. Let's see. I'll put him kind of in the center for now because I'm going to be doing some other things. But what I'm going to do here too is I do have Canva Pro. And so I'm going to go into edit image and I'm just going to hit a background remover here just to make sure that I don't have anything on this design that I don't want. Let's see. I don't know that. Looks like it came in with a few things. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to hit it with the magic eraser because I see a couple things here that I want to get rid of. There's a few things here down by the feet. See if I can clean this up by using magic eraser here. So again, like I said, I have Canva Pro, and so I'm able to use some of these tools that you may not be able to use with the free version. So now I am going to go and I'm going to make my brush size smaller here. So now I'm going to drop this brush size down like I said. I want to get it real small and I'm going to come in here and get rid of a few more of these little things that I don't want to show up on this shirt. So I'm going to come in here and just kind of cover these up. Let's see if there's any more of these. Here's one. Come in here and let's see. That looks pretty good. Maybe I'll clean up between his nails here a little bit. Don't need all that in there. That out of there. I do like that Canva now has fixed this. So when you're going to use the magic eraser, it doesn't stop every time you let go of the cursor. I do like that a lot. So here again, I'm cleaning this design up so that when I go in and I put it on, I'm going to be using Glitter HTV for this, and so that I don't have so many little pieces to weed out. All right, so now I'm going to hit erase again, and we'll see what we have here. All right, coming here. Oh yeah, that looks pretty clean, pretty good. All right, so now I'm going to go back and keep going on this design. So now I'm going to add a text box here. And I think I'm going to write, sorry, did I roll my eyes out loud? Maybe something like that. So I'll start with the first text box here, and I will write sorry. And then I'll add another text box. Did I roll my eyes? And then I'll add one more text box and move them around here. I'll make this bigger so that you can see it too. Out loud, question mark. Okay, so now let's see. All right, so I'll start with this one here, and I'm going to change the font. Want something fun here. Something that'll look good with our HTV, make it easy weed here. I do like these retro looking fonts. They're very, oh, that's a cool one. Maybe I'll keep that one. So let's see, move this over, get this in here. Something that I have found with when I'm going to cut my HTV and when I'm going to put this on is because I've got this laid out as an 8x8, I definitely want something touching the top of the 8-inch, because you'll see when I bring it into Cricut, if you don't have that exact measurement, it's very hard to cut out your vinyl the exact same size as your sublimation print. So now I'm going to drop this down a little bit here. So sorry is going to stay up at the top, but I want to stretch it out a little bit bigger here. Let's see, bring it down a hair here, but I want to zoom in. So I want that just touching the top up here. Slide this over. Bring it right up to the top, right there. All right, and so now I'll drop it back down. And let's see, change this one, make this bigger, stretch it out a little bit. Let's see what we're going to use for a font for this one. Let's see, make it bigger here. Sorry, did I roll my eyes? Nope, I don't want that one. Nope, not that one. I do like using the fonts that go together. Like here you can see Chunky Retro and then another Chunky Retro. But I am going to go with, did I roll my eyes? That looks kind of cute with it. Space that, and then I can make it bigger here. Move this up. And now if you go here to this arrow for spacing, I'm going to drop my line spacing down so that I can see it better. And I'm going to move this one up just a hair and make it a little bit bigger. And of course, I'm going to change the color of this too, because I'll do that at the end here. But because I'm doing sublimation, I just like to have as much color as possible here. All right, sorry. Did I roll my eyes? And then we'll do out loud down here on the bottom. And I'm going to change the font here. Make this smaller so that we can see it really well. And I have to have it on the bottom here as well so that we have our 8-inch by 8-inch, but we'll change that here in a second. Let's see. What's this one again? Back to vintage. Maybe I'll do that one. Oh yeah, okay, that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to stretch this out, make it bigger. And I want to make sure, I'm going to zoom in here. I want that right on the edge, the bottom part, right on the edge of that 8 inches. Zoom in a little bit further, makes it easier to move when you zoom in. Get it right on that edge. That looks pretty close to the edge there. So now I'm going to zoom out. Oop, I'm going off the edge. There we go. And is that in the center? There we go, in the center. And now I'm going to stretch out my little friend here and get him right down and then get him back in the center. You can see the magenta line here that runs up and down and side to side so that you know where center is. Well, I think that's pretty good. Now I'm just going to change the colors here. So I'm going to go here to sorry, and I'm going to go up to color here. And as you can see, it brought in some of the photo colors, which I really like, because then we can change our letters to match colors that are actually on the chicken. So I really like that a lot. So let's go to this one here now, and I think I'll change that to the brown, and then this one maybe to the gold of his beak. No, let's see, maybe this one to the gold. No, I don't know. It's hard for me to pick colors on what I want to use. All right, so yeah, I kind of like that. The gold. All right, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so that we can look at it here and see how it looks. Sorry, did I roll my eyes out loud? All right, so now I'm going to go back, make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to go in here and I just want to check out a few things here. Looks pretty good. So what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to download this image. I'll change the name of it here. Chicken, sorry. I'll call it, oops. Chicken, sorry. All right, so now I want to make sure that when I save my image, I'm going to download it as a PNG, and I'm going to raise up my DPI here to about 3,500 pixels. You can go all the way up here if you have Canva Pro, but I don't need it that big. I think we'll just go about right here to 3,500 pixels. And of course, I'm going to hit transparent background. And so now I'm going to download this. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Cricut design space and I am going to start a new page here. Start a new project. So I'm going to click that. I'll get rid of that. And let's see here, new project. And Canvas here. And now what I want to do is I want to upload my image that we just created. So I'm going to go and I'm going to find that and I'm going to bring it in here. There we go. And here he is. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Sorry, chicken. There we go. And there it is. So now I'm going to check and make sure I got the whole thing. Yep, looks good. So now I'm going to hit continue. And I am going to apply and continue here, single layer. All right, so this is what I want right here. So I want to do a single layer. So I've got it right here. Going to click on that and I'm going to add it to my project here. Okay, upload that. All right, bring it in. And now, of course, this is huge. Cut the top off of my S too. So I'm going to go see why it did that. But so now I'm going to drop this down to the 8 inches. And because it was the height that I had, you know, the 8 inches, the side is coming in a different size. See, it says 34 inches, blah, 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 by 48. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the height to our 8 inches here. If I could get in here and get this changed back up. And I'm going to click 8 inches on that. And that brings the design in. So now we have this at the 8 inches that we want. So now I am going to just set this on here. Now, of course, it's not 8 inches wide because like I said, you know, that's why I made sure that my letters were on the top and the bottom so that we have that right at the 8 inches so that when we print our sublimation design and we print our when we cut this, that is going to make it easier for us to line up. So now I've got the 8 inches from top to bottom. So of course that is going to make it the correct size for the width as well. So now I'm going to hit make on this. And we want to make sure, okay, I'm going to be using a mat. Like I said, I am not great at Cricut. I'm learning, but I am not great. So we want to mirror our image here because just like we're going to do for sublimation, we want to make sure that we mirror our cut for this as well, or our words will be backwards and they just won't line up. So now I'm going to hit continue here. And of course, I'm not connected. So that'll be the next thing. I'll cancel this because I am not connected. So yes, I want to cancel the cut for now until I get hooked in. So now I'm going to go to Word and I actually have uploaded this, but I'm going to open a new Word document and walk you through this. So I'm going to go to layout here and I'm going to go to orientation and I'm going to hit landscape here just so that you can see it. I'm going to set my margins to 0 and I am going to be using an 8.5 by 11 sheet for this. So now I'm going to insert the image, bring in the picture of our design here. And here it is. And here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go here to this which is the layout option. It's right here, wrap text as well. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to hit wrap and through. And the reason for that is so that we can move it around on the page. Because I cut that tip off of the S, I want to make sure that I have it a little bit down here as well. So now I am also going to go in and I will put other designs on my other side of my paper so that I'm not wasting paper. I don't want to be wasting paper for this. But for right now, I'm just going to show you how I would print this. I know I have a Cricut Maker 3 and I should be able to do print and cut. I don't know how to do that yet. So when I learn how to do print and cut, then I'll do that and we'll work on that way. But for now, I'm going to go into print here. And I'm going to be using my Epson EcoTank 2760 that I've converted over to sublimation printing by adding sublimation ink. And it says it's offline there, and that's because I do not have a printer cable connected right now because I'm using my laptop. But I do use a printer cable. I don't use Wi-Fi for printing because Wi-Fi can cut out and you don't even realize it. And that will leave lines in your design. So I always use a printer cable, and I suggest that you do that as well for sublimation printing. So now I'm going to go into printer properties and I'm going to make sure I have premium presentation paper matte selected and high quality. And then under more options, I like to emphasize more and emphasize thin lines. That's just my preference. And I'm going to hit OK here. We want to make sure that we're mirroring our image, and we want to make sure that we have high speed or bidirectional turned off. Again, make sure you're mirroring your image. So now I will go get ready to print these, and then we will be printing this and then cutting out our image on the Cricut as well. Now, before I went to print this, I did decide to go back and make sure that my design, when I brought it into Word, was the exact 8 inches. So what I did here is you're going to want to click on your design, click on your image here, and then you want to go up here to picture format. You can see picture format here. And you want to make sure that it came in at the right size. And it did not. It came in at 7.9. So I am going to change that to 8. And that's going to change the whole thing to 8 because I don't want that off that 1/10 when I go to lay my sublimation print on top of my Cricut when I cut out my glitter vinyl. So again, that is something that you want to check and make sure that your design is the same size. So again, I'll go to File and Print, and now I'm ready to print this. I am using HTV RONT 125 sublimation paper, and I'm going to be using heat resistant tape. Here is my Epson EcoTank 2760 that I've converted over to sublimation. The ink that I use you can find in the description below, the sublimation ink. So I trim my print completely all the way around just because I want to make sure that there isn't any stray ink on my design. So here is the sublimation print ready to go. And here is the Glitter HTV that I'm going to be running through my Cricut Maker 3. So here I have put shiny side down on the cutting mat. So when my Cricut asked what kind of materials I was using, I searched for glitter iron-on, and that is what I used for my setting. So here we are, ready to get this going. So I'm going to start this in. Get this going. It's going to feel out that piece of vinyl here. And then it's going to get started. And I'll check you back in every few seconds because that chicken's going to take a long time to cut. But here it goes. And of course you see that the shiny side is down on the mat. So here it goes. Now while that is printing, I am getting my heat press set up. So I have set it up for 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds. I'm using an HTV Ront auto heat press. And as you can see here, I have this silicone mat on there. I'll have a link below for that. That helps to get a good even pressure on my pressing mat here. I do leave the HTV Ront mat on there, and then I put this silicone mat over the top. So I am going to get my shirt out, and we are going to be pre-pressing that while the Cricut finishes cutting. So this is a child size 10-12 shirt, and it is 60% cotton. So I am going to pre-press this for about 10 seconds. I'm going to put some protective paper on here and get it ready. Okay, so I pre-press this. Pre-pressing is very important to get any excess moisture out of the garment. All right, this has got quite a ways to go. Like I said, that chicken is very intricate, so it's going to take some time for this to finish. We're getting close to the end here. We've got the chicken feet in, so it's just the words yet on the bottom. And we are down to the words on the bottom. So it is almost done. All right, it's done. So I'll get this weeded, and then we will iron it onto the shirt. I should say press it onto the shirt. So here on the left, you can see that I have my HTV all weeded, and it looks very similar to my sublimation print. So here I turned it over because I like to make sure that I have all of my letter pieces out just so that we can look at it. And here you can see the white glitter HTV. And here I am centering it on my shirt, getting it ready to press. So now I am covering it with a Teflon sheet, and I am going to press this at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds. All right, we just got done pressing for the 30 seconds. So I'm going to take this off. Now this is a cool peel, so I am going to set this off to the side. Glitter vinyl is a cool peel, so I want this to cool down completely before I do the sublimation. Now while that is cooling, I'm going to set my press up to 385 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to be pressing the sublimation design on for 30 seconds. So we'll wait till this gets heated all the way up to 385, and then we'll press. All right, I did my cool peel, and now I'll get the sublimation image lined up. So I'm going to line this up the best I can on my design, and then put a couple pieces of heat resistant tape on to hold it in place. So I have got this design lined up, and I've got a couple pieces of heat resistant tape on it, and now I've covered it with protective paper, and I am going to be pressing this at 385 degrees for 30 seconds. And here is the finished project. I think it turned out great. Like any sublimation hack, it does have its downfalls. You can see quite a bit of the white in my upper words, which is fine. I'm okay with that because on this dark shirt, you're going to want to see some of the white anyway, just so it stands out. But all in all, I think this turned out great. I zoomed in here so that you can see the glitter. It actually looks great. It took the color really well. And here I zoomed in even a little bit further. So I wanted you to see it from all sides. So I kind of took a side view here. And like I said, it does show quite a bit of the white on the upper words. But like I said again, I'm okay with that because I think that on this darker color shirt, it does need to look a little bit white on the outside. Now, this is something, like I said earlier, this is a sublimation hack, but I think that it turned out really well. I'm happy with it. I think I'll try and get my size a little bit closer next time, but all in all, pretty good. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please subscribe to my channel and like my video, and you'll see links below for items that I've used. Have a great day.